Hey viewers, so here I'm back again with a new video, again for class 10th English and the supplementary book Footprints Without Feet, chapter number 7, The Necklace. So here in this chapter we have a lovely story that revolves around the character whose name is Matilda. Matilda, or you can even call her Miss Loisel. She got married to the clerk, Mr. Loisel, and that's why, of course, she is Miss Loisel. Now, here you can see a lovely picture, variant arrows moving from here to there, different names, different pictures. So, here I'll give you a little introduction about the character. So, this is the whole story, just revolving around Matilda. Now, as the name suggests, the story is about the necklace, of course. I've drawn a beautiful, you can say, diamond necklace also in the picture. So, the story revolves around the necklace and the main character, Matilda. Now, Matilda, as every lady or as every girl who wishes to have a handsome husband, having a good job, of course, living in all luxuries and precious elements, having parties, enjoying and everything, and dining in gold and silver plates. So if Matilda was also dreaming like that, there was nothing wrong in it. But since she herself belonged to a clerical family, she got married to a clerk. So her husband was a simple man, and that was the reason she also lived a simple life, found herself almost busy in cleaning work, dusting work. Here I've drawn a broom, you can see a lovely broom I drew. So, all these things, washing dishes, mopping, cleaning, and just living a very simple life, many a times made her unhappy. Although she had her own home and everything, her husband was also on a good job, but she always dreamt of partying, dining in good plates, living a wealthy life, staying with wealthy women. So here a day came when there was an invitation card to Mr. Loisel. So when Mr. Loisel got this invitation card for party, and this party was at ministry. So Mr. Loisel was very excited, and the moment he reached home, he showed the card to Matilda, and he thought that Matilda is going to be happy. Whenever the moment she'll see the card, she'll get happy. Of course, on looking at the card, Matilda was a bit happy, but very next moment she got disappointed because they belonged to a middle class family, and now if they had to go to party, she would be needing a new dress, and of course, just like other girls and women, matching jewelry, best footwear, new purse, other accessories, and everything, blah blah blah. So her happiness turned into tears. You can see the picture, some tears are falling, and she asked her husband to give the invitation card to some other friend of his whose wife might be having a beautiful dress and accessories to carry for the party. Well, now husband asked her to wear some dresses that she was already having in her wardrobe, but she was not at all impressed with this thought because she desired for a new dress. Anyhow, her husband, who had some savings, now husband saved some money to buy a gun that he would carry in summer break when he'll go for hunting. So he saved some money to buy that gun, but just because he wanted to bring happiness, a cheer on his wife's face, he gave that money to her. And out of that money, she bought a new dress. Now, no doubt she bought a new dress, but there was another question, and that question was of jewelry. So here, husband suggested, why don't you borrow a jewelry from one of your friends, Mrs. Forestier? And she immediately agreed to the thought, and she went to Forestier to borrow a jewelry. Now, when she went to Forestier, Forestier showed her variant boxes. Out of those boxes, she chose a diamond necklace. You can see in the picture DN, that's a diamond necklace box that I've drawn. Of course, she chose a diamond necklace. Now, after choosing that necklace, the day came when it was party. You can see balloons and streamers and caps and rings and everything. I just wanted to show that the party day has come. So since it was the party day, of course, and Matilda was looking the most beautiful among all the ladies, wearing a ball dress. Well, she enjoyed the food, she enjoyed the meal. That was a wonderful smell in the hall. That party hall was beautifully decorated, all covered with rich and wealthy women. So she felt very prestigious that day, and she enjoyed the evening up to the most point. Well, now the party came to an end and the time was to return back to home. So, after returning from the party, while she was on the way to her home, she noticed that the necklace was lost, lost, lost. She missed the necklace somewhere. So the search operation started, and both husband and wife, they kept on searching for the necklace. They searched into the cab which they hired. They even rushed to police. They informed about everything to the cop. They even went back to the hall, but there was no clue, no sign of the necklace. Anyhow, they came back home, and there was another question that how to return the necklace to Miss Forestier. So they went in search of it in jewelry shops. So there, of course, in a jewelry shop, they found the same necklace, but it costed 36,000 francs. Now, because they themselves belong to a middle class family, it was very difficult for them to collect that much money. Between this, there was Madame Forestier at their home asking for her necklace, and of course, there was an excuse made by the couple. They said that they have given the necklace to a jeweler to get it repaired because they broke its lock by mistake. Anyhow, Forestier agreed for 2-3 days, and within those 2-3 days, they had to make arrangement for the necklace. So they bought the necklace from the jeweler shop at 36,000 francs, which was a huge money for them, huge amount. But anyhow, they got it managed because out of it, 18,000 francs was left by Loisel's father to him, and the remaining 18,000 francs they took loan, they took debt, they borrowed money from their friends and everybody, and anyhow they managed to buy the necklace and they returned it to Madame Forestier. But after returning the necklace, they had to pay that 18,000 francs debt which they took on high interest, and they took 10 years. They took 10 years, to repay the whole debt, the interest, and within this 10 years, Matilda's life was totally spoiled. She did a lot of household work even at others home also. Her life got ruined, and she suffered so much that she could ever imagine. Now 10 years passed. Anyhow, that was an evening when she was in one of the garden. She got to meet Madame Forestier. She bid hi to her, but Forestier could not recognize her. She could not recognize that she ever knew Matilda. The moment when Matilda told her that I'm your friend Matilda, do you remember that necklace? Then she recalled the incident and she said, yeah, of course, I do remember. But you did return me the necklace. So she said, that same necklace that I returned to you has spoiled my life. Now, Forestier asked about everything, and to that, Matilda replied that just because she lost the necklace, she took a huge loan from the market, and to return that necklace, after returning it, she has been paying the debt and the interest of the loan, and that has spoiled her life. And now came the shocking moment when Forestier told her that it wasn't a real diamond necklace, but it was a fake one. It was an artificial, and it costed hardly few hundred francs. It costed hardly few hundred francs. Now, this shook Matilda up to the greatest depth. Now, students, what did you learn from the story? Like, if anybody asks me, I learned that no matter how difficult the situation is, no matter how worst it goes, it's always better to inform it to your elders. Don't hide anything from your elders. Just inform them. Just let them know what you've been through, because the earlier you tell them, the earlier things can be sorted out. The more you hide, the things get worsen, and of course it becomes more and more difficult to wrap it up. So if ever anything goes wrong, you better share it with your elders, tell it to your parents or whosoever you feel comfortable. But I feel that parents and your elders are the best friends of yours, so never hide anything from them. All the best. Take care. Prepare for your examinations.